What's up, guys? How's it going? MikeTheTech here, and today we're looking at vSeeBox's brand new V6 Max. Now, this is an Android 14 box, and I'm really excited to check it out and check out the specs because it's set to be probably one of the new boxes that I use on a regular basis, right next to my V8. So, here is the vSeeBox V6 Max. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of hard drive space, but of course you do get the micro SD card slot as well as USB ports, so you can plug in anything you need. This is said to support up to 8K. Obviously that depends on the media you're playing through it, but we see a very familiar design from vSeeBox here. We've seen similar vSeeBoxes with this wavy pattern on top, and it's a really nice, cool looking design. So very easy to power, 5 volts, 2 amps, and it's powered through a standard wall port. We have a Ethernet port here, a USB 2 port, a USB 3 port, HDMI, as well as a micro SD card slot, audio video for composite component, and our 5 volt 2 amp power plug here. Nothing on the sides or fronts aside from the display, which tells you what time it is, as well as which settings you're using and things like that. You can customize it. Now, going through the accessories, we've got the power plug here, which again is only 5 volts, 2 amps, very low power. Could probably be powered via USB if they really wanted to. Let's go ahead and pull this out. We have an HDMI cable. It's always nice that they include a free one. And then this is really cool. Now, batteries are not included, so I'm gonna go grab some, but this is their brand new backlit remote. So their other remotes were very similar. I've always been a fan of their remotes. They give you the mouse control, they give you instant app buttons, they give you pretty much everything you need, but now they've upgraded it and added backlit buttons. That way, if you're watching a movie with the lights off or whatever, you can still see everything on the remote itself, which is really cool. Let me go grab some batteries for that. All right, so I've got some batteries here. Let's go ahead and plug them in and see what this backlight looks like. Ooh, that is clean. So you can see right here, it's got a very nice, easy to see backlight for all the keys. I'm not actually sure how easy it is to see with my studio lighting, but that is actually very, very cool that every single button seems to be lit up. So it's off and then it's on. So that's actually a pretty good representation right there. So I'm excited for that. And finally, we've got the vSeeBox manual here. So I'm pretty familiar with how to set up a vSeeBox, so we're actually gonna get that set up right here on this screen so you can see what's actually included, because a lot of their boxes look the same, but it's really what's on the inside that counts. So it's gonna be cool to see this on the screen and working. All right, so we've got the vSeeBox plugged in, but I'm gonna go one step further and plug in the touchscreen monitor to this as well. Now, let's go ahead and enable the controller. We just have to press the plus and volume down buttons, or hold them. But we don't even need the controller because I've got a touchscreen set up now, so we can go ahead and choose US and go through the entire setup right here with you guys. We're gonna set the scale. Now we're gonna use Wi-Fi here, so let's go ahead and connect. And now that we're connected, we're given our standard disclaimer that the box itself doesn't come with anything nefarious or illegal, but you can use the box to access quite a few things. So if it's not legal in your jurisdiction, you might want to look into that before you use it. But here is the box itself, a very, very familiar offering. We're used to this interface. It's really clean. This time we're running on Android 14, so it's way more up to date than some of the Android 12 boxes. We still have our standard Google Play Store, Prime Video, Netflix, YouTube, all this good stuff here. However, we are given the very, very popular suite of Heat apps, and this is where you're going to get all of your favorite shows, movies, and subscription-based items absolutely for free through these apps. So Heat Live is for live TV, Heat VOD is for video on demand from TV shows, Ultra and Backup are movies and TV shows as you would find them on other networks. So let's go ahead and try one of those out. I'm going to go to VOD Ultra, and we're just going to hit this download button, and just like that, it downloads, authenticates, and lets you get right into the experience. No logging in, no accounts. Once you buy the box, everything is linked to that box. So now that it's loaded, you can actually see all of the content styles that are available here. So you can go to movies or TV shows as you'd expect. If we go to movies, we'll have to give it some time to load. Let's head back out and go back to movies. There we go. So if we go to movies, we can see it has all of the latest movies sorted by not only the genre here, so you can choose comedy, for example, but it's also sorted by the network you would normally find them on. So if you know that, well, I like to watch a certain show from a certain network, you can find it on here and access the same show through this network, which is really cool to see. In fact, it's so cool I can't even show you what's happening on this screen right here. So that is VOD Ultra. If we go to TV series, we have a very similar experience here. Let's go and make sure that gets loaded. It does take some time the first time you start up the app. So let's get out of that. And there they go. So once it loads up, you have all of these shows here sorted by exactly the same thing. You get your genres and your networks here. Now, if I exit this and head back home, we can choose, for example, Heat Live. Heat Live is a different offering because it's not necessarily TV shows and movies that are already existing, but instead it's live channels from not only local sources, but global sources as well, including pay-per-view events as well for no pay-per-view, right? So if we hit episode guide, we can see here that we have all of these standard channels that you would expect across the network, all sorted by local, national, sports, and you can set your own favorites as well. If we change the channel, you'll see that we have a very easy to navigate larger menu for the episode guide, or not necessarily episode guide, but channel guide, where you can go through and see what is on each individual channel, as well as navigate to specific types of events or networks as well, which is really, really awesome. So not only do you get the free live TV and live pay-per-view side of it, but you also get the free video on demand for movies and TV shows as well, including the VODs and backup by Heat, which is really useful, not just because it's another source for content, but because if any of these either ever go down, which, you know, with AWS it's happened before, you can easily just jump onto another app and see what servers are available there, which is really great for when they have to go through certain types of network congestion or things like that. But honestly, with vSeeBox, I've had zero issues. This is the brand I use in my home, and I've received a lot of TV boxes. So go through my channel, check out all the different TV boxes I've used. vSeeBox is the one that I actually stick with because it's really good. I do have other TV boxes that I enjoy and have really good features like quad USB ports and things like that. But honestly, vSeeBox has been the most intuitive and easy to use, and that's what I use. So yeah, definitely recommend them. I'll put a link to them in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Peace.